You, my friends, are moments away from stepping from the closet and embracing the light of your dorkhood.
You can either talk in the Christoph program.
Mr. Pop.
Take it from the top.
Hi, I'm Chris Top. First off, I want to thank you for tuning into the Chris Top program. While I try my best to keep the show as rated PG-13 as possible, sometimes things slip out, or sometimes things happen, and that's just the way live radio goes. And because this is the internet, the FCC isn't around to tell me what I can and can't do. So because of the occasional slip-up or the guest that might get out of hand, you really need to be 18 or older to listen. If you happen to be under 18, please make sure you get your parents' permission. Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Christoph program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Christoph program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there wasn't that a backpack back in 1970. We didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groovy long hair, just walking in style with a party full MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Christoph program. Christoph program. You can hear the music on the Christoph program. Christoph program.
One and only Chris Top.
Wanna hear the music on the Christoph program. Christoph program. You can hear the talk in the Christoph program.
Sonny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Christoph program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I am the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you, world? It's good to see you. You know, this is a first for me in a long time. I did a broadcast, 2 nights ago? And I'm back again. Holy crap! I must have slipped through a wormhole somewhere in the universe and found time to broadcast. But I'll tell you what, it's good to see you guys, and I mean that. I'm going to say hello to everybody that's in the chat so far, and I'm hoping we'll have some more show up, because we'll just make it a full-fledged party if we do. We have the lovely, vivacious Kiss in the chat. We also have Big Ed. Big Ed, it's been forever. It's been way too long. If you were here, I would give you the biggest, best man hug that we could, by law, give before we were considered homosexuals. And also, we have Raymond Garcia in the chat. Now, Ray, I think it was you, wasn't it, that posted on my Facebook page? You were asking about the next show. Did I ever respond? Because I suck at responding to people. I do. I see things. See, technology, man, it's bad for me. Because I'll see things on my phone, and sometimes I'm not smart enough to figure out how to work things on my phone. So I think to myself, okay, I'm going to wait till I get home, and I'm going to respond when I have my keyboard in front of me. And then I get sidetracked, and I forget. I mean, I have every intention of responding, of talking, but I don't. But I did catch your message, and I think maybe I did respond. But see, I'm not sure. But it's good to see you, Ray. It really is. I'm going to scroll on down here, see what's going on in this crazy chat. See, you guys are great. You really are. Anyway, I'm gonna start moving on with the show, and I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it this time because I made a big deal out of it the last show. But okay, I'm gonna whisper it. Okay, I got some new equipment, and I'm having a great time. I really am. I couldn't wait to broadcast again. I feel like I'm a real DJ because I'm sitting here and my big arm mount thing is like hanging over my table, and I've got my mic just staring at me right in the face, and I've got my little pop filter in front of it. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get on with the show. This is probably not a surprise to anyone. As a matter of fact, Sarah and I were talking about this the other day, about how more college kids are living at home. But I didn't realize it was this many. It's kind of depressing. Now, there's a research center that's come out with this study. Richard Fry, I think, is the guy's name that headed it up. He recently calculated exactly how many recent college grads are living back at home. Do we have any guesses? Feel free to guess. To me, this is a big number. It's a huge number. Okay, and this is according to 2011, so if I had to guess, it's probably gotten worse since then. It's probably higher by now. Do we have any guesses in the chat? Let me go back and look. See, there's a bit of a delay. Okay, now Big Ed says 72%. Okay, it's not as bad. It's not going to be as bad for you. Because I was thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 25, 35%, something like that. But if you're thinking 72, okay, now Pam, come on. You know not 98%. You know that's got to be wrong. And hello, Pam, it's good to see you. It's really good to see. Pam, I haven't seen Pam in months. But thank you. Thank you for stopping. And stay for a little while because you're notorious for stopping in and then you're gone. So stick around for a while. I would say you'd learn something, but you probably won't because it's my show. It's the Chris Top program. Okay, are you ready? It's 45% of recent graduates, that's between the ages of 18 to 24, are still living with their parents. That's 45% higher than it was a decade ago. Back then, it was 31% of recent grads. I mean, what is it? Is it harder to find a job, or are they just figuring life out finally? Because as I got older, especially in my 30s, I was like, man, why didn't I just stay at home? Things would have been so much easier. No house payment, I wouldn't have to worry about buying groceries. It's all right there. Why didn't I just stay? See, are they just finally figuring this out? Or once they graduate, are they thinking, okay, I can relax for a while now, live with mom and dad, play some video games? Or is that what it is? See, I don't know. But if I had an opportunity to go back home, I might do it, at least for a little while. Just to kind of relieve some stress. I don't frown upon anybody that still lives at home. Well, I mean, if you're my age, yeah, there could be a problem. But I mean, just for a little while, just a long visit, maybe wouldn't hurt. I don't know. Now, there's a new trend, and it's actually started in Japan. And why this didn't start here, I have no clue. Because usually things that are bad for you or have to do with obesity, it usually starts here in the good old USA. But this one actually started in Japan, so I think it's going to find its way here before we know it. Okay, McDonald's dramatically lowered the price of large French fries. And that, my friends, was the gateway. The gateway to potato hell. It was all good fun. Until kids took it way too far. They ordered extreme quantities, and they spread them across multiple tables. And I'm looking at some pictures, and it's got this long cafeteria-style table with kids on each side, and there's these trays. You know the trays they give you at McDonald's to put all your stuff on? Well, they're full of French fries, like the whole tray. They're not in individual bags, but they're just spread out all over the tray and in mounds. And it's just going down this long table. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 12 kids sitting around this table. And just these mounds of fries in the middle. So they took a picture of it and it went viral. And people are feeling pretty sorry for McDonald's employees. Not for the obvious reasons, but just because of the mess that it leaves. And then they have to go through and clean it up, and it's so wasteful. And this, when you waste things... Wasted fries, in case you didn't know this, is very dishonorable in Japan. See, what I'm thinking they should do, especially in Japan, if they really want to nip this in the bud, what they should probably do is hire a samurai warrior to maybe stand on each table, like with his hand on his sword. And then if you get more than just one large fry, then he just maybe pulls the sword out. And you can paint his face like Ronald McDonald, that's fine. But as long as he's still got on like the full samurai outfit, remember Tom Cruise, like that. As long as he's got on the full samurai outfit and he's like giving these mean looks to these kids, I don't think they'll do that. And maybe a samurai warrior wouldn't work. Well, maybe it would. I mean, that's pretty intimidating. But anyway, that's an idea. But I'm thinking this is probably going to come here. It's like planking, except I guess this even takes less effort than planking, because you're just sitting at a table eating a lot of French fries. And I think that's something that we as Americans will embrace, especially our fat youth, because what's going to happen is that we're going to take it one step further. We're going to order the fries. We're going to put that cheese stuff on them. I can't even call it cheese. What is it? It's like melted plastic. I don't think it's cheese, but it squirts out of the thing that they press down. It's not cheese. I'm thinking when it hits your arteries, it just hardens like that magic shell chocolate stuff that you pour on the ice cream. It just hardens. I think that's what that stuff does when it gets into your arteries. But anyway, we're gonna put that fake cheese stuff on. Maybe some chili. Oh, for sure, you got to have bacon bits. I mean, ketchup's a given, but I don't see any ketchup on the table. Do they not have ketchup in Japan? I see a Welch's grape soda, and then I see a McDonald's cup, but I don't see any ketchup on the table. How on earth can you eat all those French fries without any ketchup at all? They would have to pull up a ketchup truck with a hose hooked to it from outside and run it through the window to the table. I'm being serious to accommodate that many French fries. So anyway, we're going to add chili, fake cheese, bacon bits, just an array of other things too. So we're going to make this even worse when it hits America. And if we don't, America, I'm very ashamed of you. It's so good to see you. Now, we have Mr. Donald Landworth in the chat. Don, it's so good to see you. I had to send Don a message to tell him I was going live. He doesn't get notified anymore, so I had to let him know. Now, Don, how do I sound? Do I sound better? I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm doing it again. Yeah, I got this new equipment, and I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, we've got Mobster Boss Radio in the chat, too. Hey, Lester, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. You know, I need to catch one of your shows. I love frickin' listening to Mobster Boss, and if you don't know what Mobster Boss is, I've got an ad that I'll play, and it was pretty explicit before I got it, but I think I edited a couple of things. I hope I did. I may need to put an explicit warning on my show before I play their ad. I don't know. But anyway, you are absolutely, positively, 100% for sure in the right place. This is, my friends, the Chris Top Program.
Facebook, it's like jail. You sit around, waste time, have a profile picture, write on walls, and get poked by guys you really don't know.
Hey, kid, would you like some drugs? The first one is free.
Want to check out my van? I got some candy.
Hey, kid, you want to join our gang and spray paint under a bridge?
No! Bug off, man. I'm going roller skating. I want to be addicted to roller skating, not crack. Because we roller skate today, we will go to college tomorrow. Prison is full of people that have never roller skated.
I'm Brad Armstrong, owner of Roller Kingdom in Reno, Nevada, keeping your kids off the streets since 1999.
I say no to drugs. I say no to gangs.
I say no to unplanned pregnancy.
I say no to meth. I say no to reefer. I say yes to roller skating.
Man, this Roller Kingdom is really putting us out of business.
You said it, man. This deal sucks.
But you know what? Maybe we should give up this life of crime and start roller skating!
This is the Chris Top Program.
Hello, ladies. Oh,
Oh, that's right. Get down. This is Lester from Mobster Boss Radio Live. That's me. And listen, I know that in a recent show I told everybody that Lester Bartholomew Jones was off the market. Well, guess what? Every one of you fine ladies out there are in love because Lester is back on the market. Yes, that's right, back on the market, but even better than that, I've started a new business. I know that there are plenty of you women out there that feel neglected, overlooked, taken advantage of. You feel like the man in your life absolutely ignores you. More than likely, he's out screwing around. More than likely, when he's told you that you need to cut down on your spending, that's because he needs extra money for that little piece of ass that he's got on the side. I have the answer for every one of you neglected, absolutely taken advantage of women out there. I do have the answer. If your man's out cheating, and you know whether he is or not, more than likely he is. And just like I said a minute ago, if he's told you to cut back on your spending, it's likely because he needs more money for that little hot piece of ass that he's got. I have your answer. That's right, I've started a new business. It's called Grudge by Lester. Grudge by Lester. And hey, no more do you have to go to the bar, find some pot-bellied loser, and take a chance on things going wrong. You know exactly what you're getting. And I offer so much more than just your typical grudge. That's right, think about it, ladies. While your husband's out drilling that little hot bod that he's got over on the side, in 24 hours you could have your legs up behind your ears, being drilled by me just like it meant something to me. That's right, remember, picture services available, video services available. I'll even leave a pair of my underwear laying around just in case, make it look like you forgot that was there. That's right, hey, Grudge by Lester. Don't forget to call me. I can help you out.
I have a ton of promos just floating around in the Spreaker universe. I'm trying to come up with something new and unique. Any suggestions would be awesome.
You check it real, check it live. Let's do it, brah, brah, bro. Let's do it now.
Brah, brah, bro? Okay, maybe a new jingle.
Baby, 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 live. Baby, 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 live. Baby, 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 live.
I don't know if that's what I was thinking exactly.
Live, live, live. Oh, live.
Well, I do appreciate your help. Do you like the show?
I like to listen to the Chris Top program every day. He makes my day. He makes me happy. He makes me laugh. Like, what did he play today? I was laughing so hard, I honestly actually pissed my pants and shit myself. I actually shit my underwear. What?
Be nice.
I shit my pants and pissed my pants.
Okay, just tune into the Chris Top program here on Spreaker.com.
All right, I want to take just a second to spread the Spreaker love. And what I mean by that is if you have a show here on Spreaker, if you love to broadcast, then I want you to go ahead and type the word show into the chat. And go ahead and give these people a follow. Check their show out at least once. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen again. But if you do like it, then, well, congratulations. You found something. Well, you found a new hobby, possibly. But anyway, now is the time to spread that Spreaker love.
We're just here to spread that love all around. Spread it around. Spread it
All right, now back to the show at hand. I thought this was just funny. I thought this was really funny because this actually depressed a few of the kids. I think where did this in Ireland? And you've got a picture of a bunch of college grads, and they've all got their their diplomas in their hands, and they're ready to take on the world. And at the very top of the picture, it says, "Terrified of entering the real world." And then at the bottom it says, "Don't worry, unemployment is so high, you probably couldn't get a job even if you wanted to." One of the guys that saw the picture on Reddit, he said, "At first I laughed, then I thought about it, then I cried. I thought it was kind of funny. I wish they'd post stuff like that around here. Okay, to this guy. See, I don't even know. His name's Christopher Sharp. All right, now he told his live-in girlfriend, Randy, that he was a sheriff. That he was a sheriff's deputy. And it wasn't a joke. He lived the life of a sheriff's deputy. Well, he didn't go out and stop cars and give people tickets, but he would put on the uniform each day before he would get home. He did this for 6 months. Why? I mean, I understand some games in the bedroom. Okay, it's sheriff night. I'll put on the sheriff outfit and we'll have some fun. I get that. But why lie to a girl? I mean, at least pick something really cool, like an astronaut. I mean, it would be cool to walk home in one of those astronaut outfits every day, right? But I mean, why pick a sheriff's deputy? I know some men look good in uniform. I get that. I guess she's got a thing for deputies. I don't know. But anyway, he lied to her for 6 months. He would make up stories, things that happened throughout the day. He gave legal advice to his girlfriend, to their family and friends. See, CSI will get you somewhere in life. Patrons at the bar where his girlfriend worked, he gave them all free legal advice. But you know what he really did for a living? He's a Pizza Hut employee. You would think eventually, and maybe that's how he got caught. Maybe he showed up at the door in the Pizza Hut outfit one day to somebody he'd given legal advice to. Oh, you know, he could have played it off like this. I've got your pizza. Oh, wait, don't I know you? Shh, I'm undercover. Don't break my cover. There's a drug lord living right next door to you. I'll tell you all about it tonight when I come by the bar. He could have done that, I think, and maybe got away with it just a little bit longer. Possibly. Okay. Now, we just got done talking about college kids a minute ago, how 45% of them are actually still living at home. Not college kids, but college grads. Well, it gets worse. I'm going to tell you about a few places where they are very, very spoiled. All right, Bodine College in Brunswick, Maine. Remember when you used to live on ramen noodles? Or maybe you'd eat ice cream with a power bar. Well, at Bodine, this is what they get. They pay $6,390 for the required meal plan. And the typical meals include shrimp cakes, spicy tomato chutney, and they have smoked haddock in a cream sauce. Spoiled much? Smith College, Northampton, Massachusetts. If you don't like living in the dorm, this is the place to go. All right? They're required, okay, if you're going to go to this college, you can't live in one of those dorms. You're not allowed to live in it. You have to live in a campus house. Yeah. They've got 35 on-campus houses. Each of the houses, they host anywhere from 10 to 100 students. See, with my luck, I'd end up going there, I'd be in the house with 100 students. And maybe that's what they want when they're there. Maybe every night's like a Panama City party, I don't know. But the houses are known to host regular tea parties, candlelit dinners with faculty. College is rough, isn't it? Pepperdine University, that's in Malibu, California. It looks more like a country club. It's on a hill above the ocean in Malibu. That'd be nice, right? And you got Long Island University. It's in Brookville, New York. The school actually hands out iPads to all of their incoming freshmen. just for showing up. Well, they have to pay their tuition to get the iPad. You think they put the extra $250 on there? Or do you think it's actually included? I'm sure they tack it on there somewhere. I'm sure they do. That's ridiculous, though. Come to our college and get a free iPad. Really? Then you got High Point University. The campus, okay, now this would sell me. The campus actually has an ice cream truck. I don't know. The ice cream music's kind of creepy. But anyway, they have an ice cream truck. They have live music in the dining hall. Not one night a week, but 5. 5 nights a week. These college kids have live music. They have free snacks between classes. It gets worse. Valet parking. Classical music playing on the promenade between passing periods. Every student receives a hand-delivered birthday card and a Starbucks gift card on his or her birthday. Because clearly, High Point University students are just that special. So if you want your kids to be totally spoiled, if you didn't do it enough as a parent, then make sure you send them to High Point. I'd like to welcome Dennis Smith to the chat. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I know, Raymond says rich kids always get beep, free crap is what he said. Who do we have in here? I think I missed somebody. But we've got Dennis in the chat, and I know somebody else came in just a little bit earlier. I'm getting old. Sarah came in. Sarah, it's good to see you. And we also have Jalen Baxter in here. It's good to see you. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Now, I have a few more things I'm going to talk about because I'm Chris Topp, and I rarely ever shut up. But before, and see, I don't broadcast as much as I used to, but constantly I'm delivering commentary. Like if I'm in the shower, right before I go to bed, when I get up in the morning, people I work with. I mean, it's ridiculous. And it's cool as long as I've got a microphone in front of me. But if you take away the microphone and I'm walking through Walmart, it's a little unsettling. Okay, now, if you're a dork, and odds are if you're listening to this show, you are a dork. It's that time to stand to attention. Stand to your feet, place your hand over your heart, raise your other hand into the air, and I want you to say this. I'm about to play the Dork National Anthem. It's by my good buddy Belgium Tim. It's the WABA song. And I want you to say this. I'm a dork, I'm proud, and I'm hip.
Working on being awesome every day. I'm working on being awesome every day. W-O-B-A-W-O-B and yeah, I'm working on being awesome every day. I'm not really awesome to this day, but I'm working on being awesome every day. I'm not awesome today, but I'll be one day.
Yeah, Big N in the building, representing the dorks. Dorks of the world unite, y'all. Yeah. Hey there, everybody, I got something to say. This guy right over there is Wubba every single day. Okay, what is Wubba?
It gets so creepy cold thing.
No, dude, it's just a little dork singing. Well, W is working, O is on it, B is being, and A is for awesome, and that's the dork saying. I'm already awesome, but that's okay, cause Mr. Chris Topp is too, but he just doesn't know it. And so are all of you from here on to the far. And just so you know, life is good and I'm gone.
Lots more stuff to talk about. Stuff without a lot of meaning, actually. Stuff that doesn't make you think too hard about what's going on in the world. And I do that on purpose. And I'm going to tell you something. when I do a show, I want it to be an escape. I don't want you to have to think about stuff. You know, there's other shows for that. There are other things in your life that make you sad or make you depressed. That's not my intention. My intention is to make you smile, to get you to have a good time, and to hopefully come back.
Captain's log. Star date 44, 13, 29, 47, 53, 44.8. It would seem as though the Enterprise has encountered a major malfunction. Our intergalactic butt cleanser has not worked for several days now. Everyone aboard the Starship Enterprise is suffering from a severe case of itchy dirty butt syndrome. It would seem as though Spock's not even immune to itchy dirty butt syndrome.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Mr. Pop.
Take it from the top.
Check me out by the wall at the dance, looking sharp in my high water sweatpants. I wish I was at home where I could be blogging and watching wrestling. I hang out and play magic cards after school with all the crossing guards, they're cool. Yeah, I believe in magic. I was first in line to buy Halo 3. On Friday night I played TNT. You say I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one day. Me out in the back of the class, I'm daydreaming about World of Warcraft while I write dirty words on my calculator. I'll show you later. Even my mother picks on me. I dress up when I watch Lord of the Rings, even when I'm home by myself. When I play dodgeball, there isn't any doubt I'll be last picked, I'll be the first one out. You say I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one day. Partner up in science class with me. We'll see if there's any chemistry. I don't understand girls, but I'm a fast learner. Baby, you're hotter than a Bunsen burner. Let's recreate the scene from E.T. with Elliot. Let's the frogs go free. All my favorite films are in Japanese. I know what it means when you say RPG. You say I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one. They finally let me on the football field, 'cause in marching band I play the glockenspiel. I know I'm a dork, but that's okay. I'm gonna be your boss one day.
Warning. The person attempting to call you is only seeking phone sex. Please remember, phone sex is the leading cause of hearing aids in America.
Hello, I'm Chris Crash Jesus Taylor from HTLA Radio 1 at HTLA973.com. You know, a few weeks back I happened upon the Chris Top program on Spreaker.com, and I was met with feelings and love I had never before experienced with a radio show and a host of hosts. The joy and inspiration you brought to my life, Chris, with just a few simple words. The inspirational clips, the chat banter, the total hotties that you as a dork attract and maintain without effort. The king of all dorks, you proclaim, and so it is true. Chris Top, my lord, my king, I love you. When I was thirsty, you gave me Mountain Dew. When I was hungry, You fed me Muse. When I was nervous, you helped me pee. Now, from the rooftops, I shout Wabo with glee. So please join me with the chat dorks every day for another dose of the Chris Top program on Spreaker.com.
And you, my friends, are in the right place because this is the Chris Top program. And once again, thank you guys for stopping by. I do not, nor will I ever take any of you for granted. Now, this is a little bit unsettling. And, you know, I talk about Lady Gaga. I'm going to try not to do this because I know Don said he was actually going to be eating dinner while he was listening. Oh, God, I can feel it already. I talk about Lady Gaga. My psychiatrist said I should probably try counting before I say... Okay, I talk about this person on the show a lot, and she makes me sick to my stomach, and I associate her a lot with spam for one reason or another. But Kesha is getting very close. It's a close second, it really is, to Lady... 1, 2... Lady Gaga... Okay. To Lady Gaga. And I'm going to tell you what she did. You can never tell what's going to inspire an artist. Now, for Kesha, her current songwriting muse, are you even ready for this? I don't know if you're ready for this. It's not some guy. It's not a puppy or a bunny. Her current songwriting muse is her vagina. Yeah, you heard that right. I said it's her vagina. Now, to be fair, her mother, this just gets weirder. Her mother actually co-wrote the song about her daughter's vagina. The tune, it's called Gold Trans Am. And it's actually on her Warrior album. I mean, it might sound like it's about a car, but it's not. And Kesha says, it began as a song about my car, which is a gold Trans Am. And it works about 40% of the time. But then, like all great pop, it becomes a metaphor for something else. And she used the P word. But it became a metaphor for something else, my vagina. But my vagina is in tip-top working order, souped up and working 100% of the time, is what Kesha said. Moving right along, how much should we tempt fate? See, I'm not one of those people. I wouldn't consider myself a superstitious person. I mean, I'll step on a crack. Sorry, Mom. But I won't walk under a ladder. And if there's a black cat that goes in front of me, I don't try to run around it or anything like that. I let it go. And if I spill salt, well, I spill salt. No big deal. For some reason, the ladder thing, though, it gets me. I saw too many Three Stooges movies, I think, when I was growing up. And I watch those with my son, too. It's the best times ever. It really is. But how much should we tempt fate? Would you take a boat ride on the Titanic 2? Now, I'm hearing that there's some billionaire. What's his name? I don't even know what his name is. But anyway, he's some rich guy, and he's building the Titanic. He's rebuilding it. I mean, I'm sure it's going to have air conditioning, and it'll be powered a little differently. Those types of things. And but he's calling it Titanic 2. It's going to make its maiden voyage in 2016, but they're going to party like it's 1912. And it's going to be surrounded by many of the original, most famous features, such as the staircase. The staircase that you saw in the movie. That you saw in the movie 50 times because your girlfriend won't stop watching it. Guess we'll also have the option of dressing in period costumes. So they're really tempting fate, aren't they? It's not enough they have to build the boat exactly like it was. It's not enough they have to call it Titanic. But then the guests are actually going to dress like they did in 1912. See, I'm thinking if I'm going to be on a boat, I want to be in my swim trunks with my gut hanging over in a Bahama Mama. I don't really want to walk around in one of those really uncomfortable tuxes. And I'm sure the ladies don't want to walk around in those uncomfortable dresses. But whatever. I mean, whatever floats your boat. I didn't mean that. And I'm sure it's going to cost them a pretty penny. It doesn't say in the article how much it's going to be. But besides the modern engineering, there are two crucial differences. There's going to be more than enough room in the lifeboats. Thank God. I could see people in Vegas placing bets on whether or not this thing's going to sink. And also, one of the other differences is the builders of the boat are trying to avoid the word unsinkable. But they did say anything will sink if you put a hole in it. And Clive Palmer is the Aussie billionaire's name behind the project. But it's going to be pretty cool, I guess. I would like to see it. I might even get on it, but it's going to have to be at port. And I'll take like a quick little trip through the whole thing. Because I've seen the movie enough. I can close my eyes and almost visualize every nook and cranny of the Titanic. I really don't need to see it anymore. Freaking A, man. Rich people just don't have anything better to spend their money on. I thought this was kind of funny. Justine, she needs to get a job with Dateline. I'll tell you why. Things kept disappearing from her classmates' backpacks. And this is in a California high school. And she's a sophomore. She decided she had to catch the culprit. Okay, and I'm sure she expected to catch one of the boys that picks on her or something like that. But guess who she caught? She caught the gym teacher. Yeah, she set up a sting operation. She stashed herself in a locker, and she filmed the whole thing. Now, the very popular teacher helped herself to money from the students' wallets. Now, she took the clip that she recorded, and she showed it to the principal. Now, the principal said that we'll investigate this, but you need to delete it. What? Yeah, let's delete the evidence and then investigate it. That's how it's supposed to work. Yeah. Again, CSI came through for this girl. But see, before she deleted it, she had already sent it to good old Dad. And dads know what to do with this stuff. And you know what? They would have covered this up had that girl not sent it to her dad. But she was smart. Now, the teacher's been placed on administrative leave and is under investigation. You know, I know teachers are underpaid, I get that. But don't steal milk money from the students. There's a soft place in my heart when I hear about someone that's getting their milk money stole from them. And I don't want to get into it. I don't. But if I have to, I will. But anyway, something needed to be done, is what Justine said. She said, that's not okay. She's going to get a really good job, I think, one of these days. Ray says, you know what would be awesome? He says, if the boat sinks on purpose, just to give people the experience of what it was like to sink. That's funny. That's really funny. Do I sing the song also? Wait, who said that? What song? The Titanic song? You know, I'm assuming that's what you were talking about. The Titanic song? That song, the first time I heard it, I thought it was beautiful. Okay, but then when you hear it over and over and over, and then you see Celine Dion perform it 8,000 times, it gets old, but it's ingrained in my mind. Have you ever noticed Celine Dion sing? She'll really get into it, and she'll beat her chest like she's a gorilla. Have you ever seen that? And she doesn't have much of a chest. I mean, I'm thinking if she hits it too hard, it's going to eventually cave in. So she either needs to put maybe pads on her hands, or she probably needs to stop singing. One or the other, because her chest is eventually going to cave in, is what I'm thinking. You stole my milk money, you milk money stealing bastard, you. This is the Chris Top program. I am the one and only Chris Top, and I'll be back.
It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of a rival.
Okay, dude, seriously. Put the cat down and stop singing Eye of the Tiger.
As though it's the eye of the tiger.
Spam is that delicious meat originated and made only by Hormel. It's packed in a handy can, all ready to eat as soon as it's open. No fuss, no bother. Just cut off slices of this taste-tempting meat, put between slices of buttered bread, and say to the hungry youngsters, have a Spamwich. A perfect combination of sweet, juicy pork shoulder and tender ham. Spam has an extra goodness and meaty flavor all its own. Youngsters go for Spam in a big way.
You fools. That's because Lady Gaga is made of Spam.
Middle school is a confusing time.
Kids are cruel. And kids say cruel things about anybody for any reason.
And you're filled with insecurity. And you wonder, is this normal? Am I normal?
Is what I'm feeling right? Is how God made me right?
If there's one thing that we need to pass along to these young boys in the most difficult point of their lives, it's this.
It's gonna get bigger.
You're 13. You're not really developed yet. Your penis is gonna get bigger.
It gets bigger.
It gets bigger.
It gets bigger.
I know that in the 6th grade, Kevin Ostenstead was saying his penis was all huge and he was using it for sex, but it wasn't. And Kevin's a liar.
He was totally lying. Yeah, I remember what I said, and I was lying out of my ass. It was pretty small, brother. It's pretty small. And it's gonna be small for a little while more now. And that's okay.
Because one day your penis is gonna be all big and and your life is gonna change.
And you're gonna long for a simpler time when you had a tiny little, barely even there, looking like a tadpole, almost a vagina penis.
And you're gonna wanna go back.
And maybe your penis won't get much bigger. That's okay too. A lot of boys' penises don't.
And there's all sorts of weird shit you can do with a little dick to make it work like you got a big one.
Crazy shit. Scary
shit. That's basically not even sex. Shit that's basically not even fun.
But that's all ahead of you. And you don't have to worry about that right now.
All you have to worry about is being a kid and having fun, no matter how comically small that penis of yours is.
So just ignore everybody. You're fine, just the way you are, even if that means sitting down to pee. And remember,
it gets bigger.
It gets bigger.
It gets bigger.
It really might not.
I'm a liar.
The Chris Top program is currently experiencing technical difficulties. Our engineers are working very hard to get Mr. Top back on the air. Please stay tuned to the Chris Top program. He will be back momentarily. It would seem as though Mr. Top is ordering large quantities of French fries. Okay, dude, seriously, what do you mean I can't get more than 5 pounds of French fries? This is McDonald's. We're all fat. You should be able to sell me more than 5 pounds of French fries. Well, is there a difference if it's cooked or uncooked? I don't... I know I can buy bacon here. Give me 3 pounds of bacon to put on there. I know you have fake cheese. You've got to have fake cheese. You're McDonald's, for crying out. Can I have some sour... never mind. I can get sour cream at the Mexican restaurant. That's not a problem.
Oh, Chris Top, you just been punked. Punked on the top of the hour radio show. You just been punked. Like I said, what? You need security? You need security guards? What? You need to talk about all those people in the chat room? You need to say all their freaking names? You need to talk about them? Tell them who they are? Come on, Chris, get reality. It gets boring after a while. Don't you realize you need to pump it up? And well, you know what? I guess you are a dork. Just like you say, dorks, be proud. Be a dork and be proud, right? As you always say. Well, you know what? That's just the way it is. Yep, that's just the way it is. I tell you, that's just the way it is, Chris. But you've just been punked. Senator, you've been punked. And Nicole, you've been punked. But, you know what? Keep up the good work, guys. Because more of you are going to just be punked. You better watch out because you never know when you're going to be punked. Punk it up. Punk it down. Keep it real, guys. But you know what? You've just been punked on the Top of the Hour radio show, hosted by the Bright Eyes Top of the Hour radio episode, toasted to you by the Bright Eyes radio show, coming to you from Hamilton, Ontario. Keep up the good work. You've just been punked.
And yes, I've been punked. This is the Chris Top program. We're going to get right back into things here. I came across this, and this guy has got to be messed up in the head. He's just got to be. Nobody could say something like this and really mean it. Now, there's a British city councilman. It's those crazy Brits. He shrugged off calls for his resignation. It may be time for him to resign. Oh, his remarks about disabled kids. See, there are some things you can talk about and make light of, but you don't make fun of disabled kids. And he went beyond that. His name's Colin Brewer. He was stopped during an informational event. What the hell is an informational event? We don't have those in America. Maybe that's why we're not so smart. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, wait. It was an informational event by members of the Disability Cornwall. What is that? What is a Cornwall? We don't have those in America either. But anyway, they'd hoped to tell him about how they help the parents of disabled children. And this is what the city councilman said. This is a quote from Colin Brewer. Disabled children cost the council too much money and should be put down. And I'm sure he said it with a pompous British accent. That's just how I visualize him saying it. But I know it was nothing like that. But he really said that. Now, the organization, they filed a complaint, and Brewer was ordered to write an apology. Now, call me crazy. But when somebody is ordered to write an apology, does it mean the same thing? It's not like he had an epiphany and he thought, oh gosh, I shouldn't have said that. Bless their hearts, I should apologize. He was ordered to write an apology. But see, it goes back to our childhood. It's like when your parents made you apologize to your siblings for setting their hair on fire or something. You didn't want to apologize because you felt like you were in the right, but you had to do it. But anyway, that wasn't enough for the outraged residents who think Brewer should step down. This is what he said. He says, I used to be a salesman. I said it to provoke the Disability Cornwall into a discussion. Maybe a salesman wasn't a good job for him either. I'm just saying. Those Chinese, they're industrious, aren't they? A little homework help is one thing. But there's a Chinese businessman. He's forged new parenting ground by outsourcing his 12-year-old daughter's school project to employees. 12-year-old girl. Her dad's the boss. He's making the employees do her homework. It took 9 workers 3 days to complete the assignment. The assignment asked students to produce a drawing, a photo, a video, or an essay about a parent's hometown. And this is a quote from the employees. We stayed up late for 2 nights. One of them says, the girl was quite demanding. She only needed to do one of the 4 options, but she insisted on doing them all. I'm picturing this little girl standing over them with a stick or something and hitting them on the back while she's saying, "Do my homework." But anyway, the school says it will have a thorough talk with the parents, who deserve an F for ethics, but an A for resourcefulness, maybe. I don't know. She's going to end up going to one of those colleges that we talked about. Or she might end up living in the William Randolph Hearst house. Now, if you're looking for a place to rent, I know it's hard. I know what it's like out there. Sometimes you're just not ready to buy a house, or sometimes you would just rather rent. Like me, I would rather rent at this point in my life. Now, how does $807 sound to you? That's in most parts, that's a little steep, I think, for rent. What if I told you it was $807 an hour? Not a month. An hour. So if you just can't make that commitment to buying a house, but maybe you're able to afford $600,000 per month in rent, $600,000 per month to rent. It's not even yours. I'm not even sure if you can paint any rooms in the house. But anyway, this could be the pad for you. The former Beverly Hills crib of publishing kingpin, William Randolph Hearst, and his longtime mistress, Marion Davies, is for lease. Finally, I've been wanting to rent that place for months. It's likely the most expensive rental in the country. It's got a price tag of roughly $19,355 per day. My first house, I could have only lived there 4 days for the price of my first house. $807 an hour. Did you catch that? And somebody, somewhere, will rent that house. Now, the home is also the honeymoon getaway for Jackie and John F. Kennedy. It does have a 2-story library. So if you sit in the library for an hour and read books, it's going to cost you $807 to read a book. It better have pictures. It's got a custom-built theater, 17 bedrooms, 29 bathrooms, and it's a roomy 50,000 square feet. Plenty of room for all your little knickknacks and stuff. Freaking $807 an hour to rent a house. Really? My first apartment, I could have rented that for 2 months for that amount of money. That's ridiculous, man. Okay, how many of you still think that a phone should just be for making phone calls? It's like, I don't need a smartphone that's smarter than me. I don't know what these buttons are for. They're not even buttons. It's this screen, and I move my fingers around on the screen. And it does too much stuff. I don't need an app for everything in my life. Well, if you're one of those people that feel like all you need to do really is make phone calls, and you got to admit, smartphones, you've got to recharge them every 5 minutes. That's another downside to a smartphone. Well, Nokia has actually come out with an alternative. Now, it's set for release in the next few weeks. The Nokia 105, it's only going to cost $20. Guess how long it stays charged? You thinking, 10 hours, 15 hours, 2 days maybe? The charge will last 35 days before it needs to be recharged. Now, it doesn't say how long the recharge takes. I mean, if it's like a 2-month recharge, it's not worth it. But 35 days before it needs to be recharged. Now, other than a color screen, it's got a flashlight on it. It's got an FM radio. How good is an FM radio going to work on a $20 phone? I mean, $20 radios are crappy. Anyway, it's pretty low in features, but it's ideal in areas where electricity and money are scarce. Now, Nokia hopes that the phone will do well in countries where people need phones to basically make phone calls, rather than post pictures of their babies on Facebook and things like that. So, I mean, Nokia could be on to something here. I mean, maybe simpler is better. Donald says $870 an hour. That's a mortgage payment for a fixer-upper in California. Pam says my phone can find me. See, I don't want a phone that can find me. That's way too smart and way too scary for me. Ray says his phone backtalks him. Mine doesn't do that yet, but I'm sure that it would. In Soviet Russia, you don't listen to Chris Top. Chris Top listens to you. And you heard that, my friends, right here on the Chris Top program. You are absolutely in the right place. Don't move because I have more to talk about. And like I said, it's pretty useless, but it's fun.
When I'm laying in bed at night, I wonder, how does the thing from the Fantastic Four go to the toilet?
There ain't no reason you and me should be alone tonight. Yeah, baby, tonight. Yeah, baby. Well, I got a reason that you should take me
think to be a dork, kiddies? Let's take a gander at little emo Timmy. Just take a look at those arms. I don't think little emo Timmy should be allowed to play with any sharp objects for the rest of his life. How about you? Billy the Jock is riddled with herpes because of all those naughty cheerleaders. How do those pom-poms look now, kids? I think Bobby the Geek is going to live in his mom's basement for the rest of his life. I'll bet you he'll have a nice collection of tourists in his fridge by the time he's 30. Be a dork, be proud, be hip.
Okay, so we've talked about vaginas on the show today. So it wouldn't be fair, it wouldn't be equal if I didn't talk about a penis. Or, well, a lack thereof. Now, okay, if you're a male and you're about to listen to this, you might want to go ahead and cross your legs. Or it'll probably just happen involuntarily. In 1973, and this guy's name is Mohammed Abad, or Abad, I guess, I don't know. He lives in Britain. He was 6 years old. He was accidentally pushed under a speeding car, and he was dragged 600 feet. A total tragedy. It left him without his penis and one of his testicles. Now, he was given just 12 hours to live in that condition. Doctors used skin from his leg to fashion, and this was in 1973. I was 2 when this happened. But they used skin from his leg to fashion a tube through which he could urinate. But that's all he could do with it. 2 years ago, when he met his wife, and she's got to be a wonderful woman. I mean, think about it. He may have the best woman in the world. You never know. Now, Abad contacted the UK TV show Embarrassing Bodies. Really? Anyway, they hooked him up with medical experts. Now at age 40. Wait a minute. Okay, that's... Now how is he younger than me if he was 6 in 1973 when that happened? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. He's got to be like... Anyway. At age 40, 3 operations and a chunk of arm skin later, he's on his way to a fully functioning organ. That is amazing technology is what that is. And it's great news for the new wife, too. Honestly. Health insurance. It's been a problem for a while, right? Well, I'm going to tell you how one guy dealt with it. There are a few benefits to being in the slammer. And one of them is medical insurance. Now, that's what led one inmate to get himself rearrested. Now, while he was initially in prison, the crook in question had been diagnosed with 2 life-threatening aneurysms in his artery. Then he was released from the slammer, and normally that would be a happy event when you're set free. But he didn't have insurance, and that's not a lot of fun. So, in full view of security, he swiped some moisturizing cream from a department store. And that got him an additional 14 months in prison. And it got him that much-needed surgery. So I guess that's one way to get health care, is just go back to the slammer. Plus, you get free meals, right? You get a bed. You get a shower. Well, that gets kind of scary, that part. But they probably get better health care than a lot of us on the outside get. I don't know. Anyway, Obamacare, it's your move now. Well, guys, what they ought to do... See, in 50... You're making a joke, Ray. He says, here you go, sir, a brand new penis. But in 50 years, or maybe even sooner than that, you could probably go into Walmart and maybe exchange your stuff for some better stuff. Well, I don't know that I would go to Walmart to buy body parts. I would want to go to a more upscale place, I think, than Walmart. But the good thing about Walmart is if you don't like it, you lose your receipt, you can take it back and maybe get something different. So, I mean, that's a possibility. Yeah, Bubba as a roommate, that wouldn't be good. You don't want Bubba comforting you after your surgery. And and I doubt that you could get the penis surgery in prison. And for sure, you wouldn't want Bubba to comfort you after that. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys for listening. I really do. I don't take you for granted. I won't ever take you for granted. I promise you that. Because I know there are a million other things you could be doing, but you chose to listen to me. And that makes me feel pretty damn good. And I thank you for that. Until I broadcast again, please remember this. Life is good, and I'm gone.
Is it over yet?
Completely over.
You have been exposed to the Chris Top program.
Yeah, okay, are we done? I really gotta get a life.
Okay, now if you've listened to my show at all, then you know that I never truly go away after the outro. I like to spend just a little bit more time with the people that listen to my show. Because I know you need help. I know you do. So I feel bad for you. I thought this was interesting. Now, just because you're a professor, it doesn't mean you always do the smartest things. And take this guy, for example. He's a Belgian professor visiting the Netherlands. He found himself in an empty classroom after giving a lecture on advanced food chemistry. And I can see how that would be an empty classroom. It's like, oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait to get to my advanced food chemistry class. I just don't see that happening. But anyway, he sat around and he started surfing the web for porn. Now, unfortunately, the professor had forgotten to unhook his laptop from the overhead projector. So, in other words, students who were actually tuned in to watch the lecture online were still on the web page. They got an advanced look at more than just food chemistry. They got a little bow, chicka, wow, wow. Now, the professor was swiftly relieved of his lecture, his duties at the school, but he probably won't have trouble filling his time, and I'll tell you why. The site that he was surfing, Pornhub, how many of you are going to that right now? Don't do it. Don't do it. Pornhub has reportedly offered him a free premium membership. So there you go. That is one way to get a membership to a porn site. Just get fired for surfing the site. Okay. I've got one more thing for you before I hit the road. We've all heard the story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Well, Cleopatra's half-sister has been found. I know. You've been waiting for this story. You've been wondering, what in the hell happened to Cleopatra's half-sister? Where the hell is she at? Well, there's an archaeologist. He's going to explain this week in a lecture that she's convinced the 2,000-year-old bones found in Turkey are those of Cleopatra's half-sibling. Now, she was believed to have been murdered by Cleopatra and Mark Antony. I mean, see, people view this as a love story, but they murdered her sister. Now, the age, gender, locale, and the burial treatment of the skulls, or the skull-less skeleton, all seem to point in the direction that it is her. But they still don't really have the proof that they need. So many people have actually handled the bones, DNA testing. It's all been inconclusive. Nevertheless, there may be new methods developing. There is hope. So, I mean, it could be Cleopatra's sister. And I know that's why you tune into my show, to get groundbreaking news like that. And again, no pun intended. Ray says, Porn 101. See, I know Pam will be at that class. It was so good to see you guys. Thank you again. Really, thank you again for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Until I broadcast again, please remember, life is good. It really is. And I'm gone.
I am the one and only Chris Top, self-proclaimed leader of all dorks.
I'm Chris Top, king of the dorks. That's right.
Yeah, I remember growing up when I was a little kid. My mom was so sweet. she would say things like, "Thank God, Chris, there's only one of you because you are so very special."
There is only one Easter Bunny, there's only one Jesus Christ, there's only one God, and there's only one Chris Top.
I am the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view.
Actually, that's not true. I live next to a dumpster.
Meow! Shut up, Abby. Keep quiet. Yes, I know. I don't really have an ocean view. I have a view of the local hobo singing around a burning dumpster, but I don't want my fans to know that.
Does Chris Top have a mysterious side, a darker side, if you will? Well, I guess I do. You could compare my life to the Da Vinci Code.
C for Chris Top. H for holy mackerel, it's Chris Top.
Well, I don't know if my show would make sense if you played it backwards, but I do have a few things right in front of your face.
R for really awesome, Chris Top. I for I can't believe it's Chris Top. S for somebody pinch me, it's Chris Top.
Am I conceited? Am I conceited? No, I'm not.
T for terrific, Chris Top. O as in oh my god, it's Chris Top. And P for party time with me, Chris Top. Oh god.
Well, the ladies do like their Chris Top.
Oh god.
Well, that's it for today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, life is good.
And I'm gone.